And as we've been reporting, federal officials are now on the scene at New York's LaGuardia Airport following last night's deadly ground collision involving a commercial jet and a fire rescue truck. The pilot and co-pilot on board the Air Canada plane both died. Dozens of other people were also injured, and they were taken to local hospitals. The airport, which is, by the way, the second largest here in New York City, has since reopened. But the Federal Aviation Administration says the runway where that crash happened will be closed through Friday morning. For more on this, I want to bring in Stephen Wallace. He is the former director of the Office of Accident Investigation at the Federal Aviation Administration. We so appreciate your time. I just want to start with what we know right now, because there are so many questions still that are unanswered. But based on the findings so far, what are investigators going to zero in on first?
Well, it's not so matter of what they zero in on first as how thoroughly they were just examine every piece of evidence, and I'm extremely confident that they will get this probable cause finding exactly right, because all the evidence is here. I mean, the planes are wrecked, tragically lost 2 lives, but we have state-of-the-art cockpit voice recorder, flight data recorder on the aircraft. The air traffic control communications are all recorded. So the NTSB is not, they don't try to be fast. They try to be thorough, and they try to be accurate. And then they invite other knowledgeable participants, the FAA, the Canadian authorities, the airline, to participate as well. I would just like to say one thing, Chanel, based on the picture that you have shown, is that this is a tragic, tragic accident with 2 lives lost and multiple people seriously injured. It could have been way worse. A few more miles an hour of speed, perhaps, or a different angle of impact, and the presence of a fire. This could have been, this was, of course, a horrific accident. It could have been many times worse.
I just want to ask, Stephen, because you were talking about how critical the evidence is, and we know that planes obviously have black boxes, so we'll hopefully discover more about the moments that led up to this with that black box. But when it comes to the rescue vehicle, the vehicle on the ground, I mean, how do investigators figure out what was happening inside the car before the crash?
Well, I'm an aviation guy, not a fire truck guy, so I don't really know exactly what sort of recording devices could be aboard the airplane. But of course, anything that the pilot said over the radio is recorded, and I think that, and they'll have video, and I think what you'll find is that when they piece the whole thing together, they'll have a very, very exact picture of what happened, without knowing if the fire truck itself had any recording devices.
Okay, Stephen Wallace, thank you so much.